Hey everybody, welcome to the GM's Alcove. I'm GM Fritz, or tonight I'm going to be DM Fritz. I'm going to be playing some D&D 5th Edition, set in Midgard by Kobold Press. This is part of my learning campaign, and this is basically where I introduce new players to the hobby of role-playing games, specifically D&D in this case. Normally I have about 3 or 4 different players who are generally new to the hobby of D&D. Tonight specifically I have a brand new player. This will be his first ever role-playing game session, so I'm pretty excited about that. We'll see how good he does. It's currently set in Midgard's campaign setting and a region known as the Crossroads. Specifically, this little area right here, this is the region where I have my base of operations currently for my player characters, a place known as the Bridle region. It's a place of my own creation, and it's centered around a small town known as Bridle. It's basically their base of operations and where they go out and look for their adventures. So we're going to learn about that tonight. In the meantime, let's take a quick look at the players tonight. But as I mentioned, we normally have about 3 or 4 normal characters. Winnie, Lord Torrin, and Phythorn. Winnie and Phythorn will not be joining us tonight, but Lord Torrin will, as well as Killian Kane, a brand new player to my campaign. We'll also be introducing a new NPC tonight. His name is Devon. He's a cleric of Kors. We'll take a look at some of the stats here. As you can see, Lord Torrin, he's a Griffin Knight. He's level 3, quite a few hit points, 34, and he's a pretty strong fellow. He's been in most of the adventures. You can see Killian Kane, brand new player. He's first level. Paladin of Kors. He is a Damphir lawful good paladin. So there's a lot of potential for role-playing right there. So he should be a very interesting character to play. And of course, we're also going to be introducing Devon, who again is a cleric of Kors, level 1. He's going to be an NPC, kind of fill in for any missing players. So there's our players tonight, our characters. Let's see how well they do tonight and what kind of adventure awaits for them. Let's jump in.
And
he kind of senses that you're new to the faith.
I'm.
And he says to you, he asked you that very fact. He asked you if you are actually new to the faith, of course, learning his ways.
I am quite new. I've recently, followed this. This is a deity, correct, Kurt? Sorry to interrupt. This is like a deity course. Huh?
Kors is a quite popular deity in the Crossroads. Yeah. He's basically the god of light.
Yeah.
Some spheres, he's the god of justice as well.
Yeah.
But he's a very popular god.
So after, I would say that after years of darkness, Kors gave me a reason to continue.
You speak of darkness. What darkness would this be? Pardon me for asking, my friend. You see, I am a servant of Kors myself. I felt his presence in this place and was drawn to your table because of this. But yes, I would ask, what was this darkness that you speak of?
It's something that was, I don't want to talk about, but something that was not, it was not in my control. Something I was born with that I cannot throw out of me, and I have to control it. Let's leave it at that.
Oh, I see. All right. All right. No problem. 1 second here. I see we have Colin has joined us. Welcome, Colin. And
yo.
Hi, Colin. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you, my friend.
I was enjoying listening to Children of the Corn. So.
Yeah, well, I'm new to the faith. I misunderstood it.
All right, we'll speed through this a little bit because we are pressed for time, at least in the case of Nick. But basically, the vibe that happens here at this little meeting here, Killian is that you've been befriended by this character named Devon, and he identifies himself as a servant of Kors, a cleric, in fact. And he, as you, is also a traveler and recently arrived here in Bridal, not a day before. He noticed your presence. You made good conversation.